ஹலோ, யாரு? தன்ராஜா? நான் தான் ராமசாமி பேசுறேன்.
Hello, welcome to Vanga Pesalam. Today is my guest is my brother Rajendran. How are you?
Hi, Sridhar. Doing well.
Very good. So today we are going to talk about one of the famous Tamil literature, Thirukural. So can you call it literature, or what is the right word for it? Tamil literature?
Tamil literature.
Okay. The famous Tamil literature written by the great Thiruvalluvar. So Rajan, just tell me a few things about Thirukural. Who is Thirukural? Who is Thiruvalluvar? And all those things.
Thirukural is one of the greatest masterpiece in Tamil literature, I would say.
Okay.
It dates back to, still it is not clear, okay, when it was actually written and who wrote this.
Okay.
Everyone says Thiruvalluvar, and we also assume, yes, Thiruvalluvar has written this book.
Assume. Okay, wow, that is news now. Okay.
Because no one is clear, okay, that is the fact. Because still there are many versions of Thirukural. They say that many people have written and someone has compiled everything and given the name as Thirukural. Okay.
So what are the other names? I mean, as far as I know, throughout my 51 years of my life, I've only heard that Thirukural was written by Thiruvalluvar and nobody else, right? So now we're telling the other way. Now we're saying that Thiruvalluvar just compiled.
No, not Thiruvalluvar compiled. That's what I'm saying. Someone somewhere in 5th century AD or between 1st and 5th century AD, some Tamil poet took the effort to compile all this and named it as Thirukural and published as a book. That's what I think would have happened. But no one is very clear, right? One single person has written it, but still, right? We all say that Thiruvalluvar has written, and it has been for a long time.
Okay.
That could also be true.
Okay.
So this is that fact, and the period of Thirukural is also still not known, right? Some says that it is 500 BCE, somewhere between 500 BCE to 1st century AD, and some say that it has been written before, but it was compiled between 1st century to 5th century, right? So there are a lot of versions. So still research is going on, and still no one is able to predict the actual dates.
Okay.
So that is it. And Thirukural, I would say, whoever is written or whichever time it was written, it's one of the greatest, for me, it's a very one of the greatest source of motivation, right? Okay. Why do I say that is, it's very, very practical in its approach, right? Okay. And the insights it gives into the daily life, we call Valluvar, right? Valluvar is how to live.
Way of life.
Yeah. And its universal applicability, and then timeless wisdom, right? Okay. These are all the great things about Thirukural. And it is also called as a Pudu Nool, right? It's a general book. Why it is called so? It's because it's beyond all the caste, creed, region, countries, boundaries, or whatever which divides the human race, right? It is all beyond that. It's applicable to each and every human being, whatever may be the time. So that's the greatness of Kural. And it has 3 categories mainly: aram, porul, inbam, right? Aram means virtue, righteousness. Porul means the materialistic things, right? Materialist things.
Okay. Material things in life. Okay.
And inbam is it's about love and lust.
Joy, happiness. Okay.
Joy, happiness, love, lust, everything combined together. So there are total about 133 chapters, and each chapter consists of 10 kurals. So it sums up to 1,330 kurals in the whole.
Okay. So now each chapter contains what? So each chapter is about a specific emotion, specific knowledge, a specific what?
So that's what I said. Now, broadly, it is classified into 3 categories, right? Aram, porul, inbam. And inside aram or virtue or rightness, there are several topics. Right? Which covers all the aspects of life.
Okay. So now the Kural itself, right? A Kural, we know it like a two-line. So what is the actual English? How can you like say it in English? The actual translation of a Kural. If you say like the two-line, is it a haiku? Is it a poem? It is what do you call it though? A Kural itself.
Couplet, right?
Couplet. Okay. So couplet. Okay. So,
I
so
often wonder, no, definitely Twitter would have been at that time. So Thiruvalluvar would have been an extensive user of Twitter.
yeah, that is one of the biggest thing. It only has some certain characters for each couplet, right? Or it,
Yes. 7
or
words.
huh?
In total, every couplet has 7 words.
Every
And,
couplet.
Yeah, 7.
Wow.
The first line consists of 4 and the second line 3.
Wow, that's amazing. So you using those 7 words, he has compiled 1,330 couplets.
Yeah,
That's
1,330. That could be even more. But
we don't know that. We don't know.
The poet who compiled was able to find only about 1,330.
Okay. See, because to me, it's really very surprising to me, is because one of the first to Kural itself, it says Agara Mudra Eduthallam Adi Bhagavan, and people tell that Adi Bhagavan is the parent of Thiruvalluvar, right? So even with the start there, now to even find out that it could be written by multiple people, it's like really amazing. Very, very surprising to hear now. Wow.
But the same style has been followed in all the Kurals. So there could be a possibility that one person could have.
One person, yeah, that's possible. Yeah. Okay. So today we're going to look at what 10 Kurals or couplets.
Yeah, just we will take 10 sample Kurals, right?
Okay.
And then we can discuss about them.
So before we go into that, so why did you choose these 10? Is there a specific reason, or are they your favorites, or what is the reason to choose these 10?
No, I would say that all the 1,330 are gems, right? It's very, very difficult to choose the best 10 Kurals. But since I consider Thirukural as a great source of motivation, so these are some things which really motivates me, right? Whenever I'm down, I just take this and read a Kural. That gives me a lot of energy. So that's
interesting. Awesome. Okay, so let's go to the first one. Let me click here. Okay, this is the first one. So take it away.
Yeah. So this is very special because today, if you actually see the world, right? The world, everyone talks about positive psychology, right? It's a buzzword, positive energy, think positive. So this was said by Thiruvalluvar long time back.
Okay.
Even before the world knows anything about positivity, I would say. So he says that in this Kural, Ulluvadallam uyar ullal, mattrathu tallinum tallamai neethu. So the English translation is given below, right? He says that whatever you think, right, it should be of highest level. And even if the things which you think doesn't happen, you should not stop thinking about that. So that is what he says in this Kural.
So keep your thoughts positive. That's what he's saying. So keep your thoughts positive, even though that whatever you think may not materialize.
Yeah.
Your thoughts will still stand. That's what he's.
Yeah. Still, you keep thinking those things, and that will give you the results. So
think like you'll win the lottery, but even though you didn't win, at least the positive mindset you have could help.
Correct.
You. That's what he said.
Yes. So see, that's what I said, right? So to actually carefully analyze this, what happens, right? When your mind is filled with positive thoughts, your actions will also be there.
Yeah.
Right. You can't think good and do bad actions, take bad actions, right?
Okay.
So that's greatness of this Kural, and this is I would say is one of the very favorite thing. So whenever you are down, you just have to read this Kural. It will give you all the energy what you require.
Okay. Nice. So let's go to the next one. So what does this one do?
6:11. Right. So it says, Arumai udaithendru asabamai vendum, perumai muyarchi tharum. whatever efforts you're putting, right, you had to continue it without, what would say, without saying this is hard. And you should keep doing what you're doing, right? The efforts, whatever you're putting, that itself will give you the energy to accomplish it. That's what he's saying in this Kural. Feel not frustrated saying this is hard. Who tries attains, striving reward.
So basically saying, don't shy away from hard work. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Don't shy away from hard work. If you put in the effort, the reward will automatically follow. That's what he's saying.
Correct. See, to complete the effort, right, you need energy, you need motivation. And what he's saying is the effort, right, the ceaseless effort which you are putting to attain a goal, that itself will give you the motivation, energy required to complete that job.
Nice. Interesting. Interesting. So let's go to the next one.
337. Just take that. So Kural 337, it says, Oru poludum valvadu ariyar, karuduba, podiyum allapala. This Kural particularly talks about the insecurity of the life, right? Life is very insecure. It says that people who, a person who cannot predict his next moment in life, right? He thinks of 1,000 things and he wants to accomplish those.
Okay. What is the
So the life is.
So what is the explanation again? A man who cannot think?
See, the man who cannot predict the next moment in his life.
Okay.
So that is the state, right? That's how the world or life is unstable.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Or insecure.
Yeah.
But he has 1,000 thoughts or 1 crore things in his mind, which he wishes to accomplish.
Interesting. Man knows not his next moment on course of things he is intent.
So he intends to achieve a lot of things, but he is not aware that he cannot predict his next moment.
So even though he has a lot of things that he cannot control, okay, that's what he's saying. But basically, he cannot control what the future is going to bring. That's what he's telling.
Correct.
Even though he can have a million plans, you really don't know what's going to happen next. Okay.
So Tamil very, very good explanation is உயிரானது, அதாவது உயிரானது எந்த நேரத்திலும் உடம்பை விட்டு போகும் என்பதை அறிய மாட்டாதவர்கள். Right?
So people who don't know that at any moment life can go from end. That's what he's saying. And life can end. Okay.
எண்ணி இருந்த எண்ணங்களை எண்ணி எண்ணி அதை நிறைவேற்ற முடியாமல் ஏங்குவார்கள்.
Okay. So basically, people who don't know that the life can end at any moment are just like thinking about a million things at that time, or
they won't accomplish.
They won't accomplish. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, saying be content. Is that the main thing he's trying to say here?
Yeah. What he's saying, whatever you do, right? Always think about the instability in life.
Oh, okay. That's what he's saying.
So that will give you clarity.
Clarity.
Right, if you think life is unstable, definitely you won't do harm to others. Right, whatever one is suffering, that can also come to us.
Okay.
So that's what he is trying to say in this Kural.
Interesting. Next one.
This is also my very, very favorite Kural. இடும்பைக்கு இடும்பை படுவர், இடும்பைக்கு இடும்பை படாதவர். It means they give sorrow to sorrow, who in sorrow do not suffer sorrow.
Okay, so what is the meaning of this?
இடும்பைக்கு இடும்பை படுவர், இடும்பைக்கு இடும்பை படாதவர். அதாவது துன்பம் வரும்போது அந்த துன்பத்துக்கே துன்பம் தருவங்க துன்பப்பட மாட்டார்கள்.
People, okay, so people who give sorrow to sorrow. So whenever like a hard time comes, if they give the hard time itself, they won't have any hard times. That's what.
Correct. Correct.
So what is the okay? Even though it sounds nice, what is the real life example or real life what do you say application? Can you think about it here? So we have to face tough times in a very
during adversity and tough times, right?
Be
it all
brave.
depends
Be
on how you
brave.
take it.
Okay, be brave.
If you're brave and courageous, right, that will give you the strength to
If you
face
face the tough times head on,
it.
then you can then you can easily handle. Okay, that's what they're saying. Don't feel defeated whenever like bad times happens to you. Okay, that's what it means.
You give back the tough times to the tough times itself. That's what he's saying.
Interesting. Basically, like fight against adversity. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Fight against adversity.
See, others see whatever the motivational concepts the world have seen so far, everything is there in the
Kural.
Right, and it is very short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Really, people have not understood the value of this book actually.
Interesting. Next one.
உள்ளியது எய்தல் எளிது மண் மற்றும் தான் உள்ளியது உள்ளப்பெறின். See, this is about keeping the goals alive, right? If you're focused on your goals, you will achieve it. That's what it says. ஒருவன் தான் அடைய கருதும் பொருளை சோர்வில்லாமல் நினைத்துக் கொண்டே இருப்பானேயானில் அவன் கருதிய அப்பொருள் அடைதல் என்பது எளிதான ஒரு செயலாகும். Right? So if you actually keep your goals in existence, and if you believe
and think it's achievable, then you can easily achieve it.
Yeah. Two things he says. One, you have to keep it in existence, and you should think, right? There should not be any doubt in your mind that whether you'll achieve it or not. If these two conditions are met, definitely you will be in a position to achieve your goal. That's what he's saying.
Interesting. I think this is a very good lesson for everybody, right? Keep your goals in existence and think it can be achieved, then you can easily achieve it. I mean, this can be used for anything in life, right? Job, marriage, love, whatever you can think of, right? I mean,
Yes,
it can be applied for anything in life. It's really good. There's a very, very, what do you say, positive and a very valid thought process. Very valid thought process. Nice. Next.
$485. Yeah. This Kural 485. See, this is about the next two Kurals are about the project execution, right?
Project execution.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that sort, any execution, right? Because execution is the key, right? We all have ideas, we have all plans, but we often fail to execute. And this is mainly about execution. Nalam karudiyum kaikoodum kalam karudi idathal seyin. It's very simple, right? He says that choose the proper time and act and place, right? Even the world you win with ease. So it says, ஒருவன் செய்யும் வினையை. So vinaya means the work what he intends to do. தகுதியான காலத்தை அறிந்து, if he chooses a proper time, ஏற்றதோர் இடத்தோடும், the right place. பொருந்த செய்வானேயானால் அவன் இவ்வுலகத்தையே ஆளக் கருதினாலும் கைகூடும். So if you choose a proper place and time, and if both the things matches, he can even rule the world. So that's what he's saying in this.
So whatever work you do, if you choose the proper time and place, So you can rule the world. That's what he's saying. Even if you think you can rule the world, it will be possible. That's what he's
Correct.
saying. Choose a proper time. Okay. Interesting.
So again, this is about the project execution. I said, porul karuvi kalam vinay idanodu aindum irul thira innisayam. So if you want to do a job, right? So you should be very clear on what is required, the money that is required, the means, the time, place, and deed. So these things, if you are very clear, you are very certain to achieve what you want to do.
Money, means, time, place, and deed. Decide these 5 and then proceed.
Yeah.
So how is this related to project execution? Because you're telling, if you know, because for any project, you need all these, you need to know how much it's going to cost, you need to know how much time it's going to take. You need to know where, and okay, that's what they're saying, basically.
See, that's what I said, right? Mean vendapadum porul. So whatever material is required to accomplish the job. Etra karuvi, what equipment is required, right? Material, mission. Then takka kalam, the time plan. Merkollum vinay. So, and the proper place. So the work execution, the material required, and then the work execution, the time plan, and the proper place.
Okay.
If you're very clear on these 5, definitely you will be in a position to complete the job or finish the job. That's what he's trying to say.
Interesting.
And this is also a great Kural. I often wonder how we was in a position to think about this 2,000, 3,000 years back, right? Idanai ivanal ivan mudikkum endraindu adanai avan tan vidal.
Idanal ivan mudikkum endraindu adanai avan kan vidal.
So it's about assigning the right job to the right person.
To the right person. Okay.
So if you find the right person, and if you're very sure that that person will be in a position to complete the job, and if it assigned to him, the job is well done.
Job is well done, or just like leave him to do the job? What job is
leaving
well
to
done?
leaving to do the
Leave
job.
Just let him.
As
long as the task has been assigned to the right person, just leave him to complete the task. That's what he's saying.
Yes.
Right? So basically, it's about like finding the right people for the right job. That's what it is.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Next.
So this is also a good one, because this is what I said. No, he is very, very practical in his approach. Solludal yarkum eliya ariyavam solliya vannam seyal. It means that to tell something is very easy, but to do that is very difficult.
Okay, that is very interesting, very, very nice. Which is really, really applicable to any life scenario.
Yeah. So nothing has changed, right? If you actually look back, he has said somewhere 2,500 years. The world has not changed. It continues the same.
Even now it's applicable, right? Even now,
yes.
people say so many stuff and say, yeah.
Even now it's applicable. Even after 500, 1,000 years, it will be applicable.
Interesting. It's very easy to say something, but it's very hard to do the same thing. Okay.
Yeah. Very hard to say what you have said. Do what you have said.
Do what you say.
So this is the last Kural of this episode, right? And this also makes a lot of sense. And see, this is something which we should really appreciate, right? He says that a porul yar vai kepinum, a porul me porul kanbadariyu. So what he says that you will hear a lot of things from a lot of people. Don't just believe what people say. You do your own research and find out the truth. So you had to make your own judgment. You have to get deep into the issue and find out by yourself what is the truth to that.
Yeah, I mean, we have a saying in like a Tamil also, right? Kannal ketpadu poi. I mean, what is the thing? Kannal kanbadum poi, kadal ketpadum poi,
தீயரை விசாரிப்பதை. So something like this. So he says that எப்பொருள் யார் யார்வாய் கேட்பது. Whoever it is, if you heard something from someone, whoever it is always better.
Try to find the truth or try to find the logic or reasoning behind it. That's what he's saying.
Behind it, yes. So even this is applicable to what he has said also.
Yeah. The mark of wisdom is to discern the truth from whatever source it is heard.
Two people, a lot of people have translated, but two translations, right? One by G.U. Pope and other by Santana Bharati. These two translations are very good.
Santana Bharati, it's not the movie director, right?
No, he's not the movie director. I think he belongs to.
I have a book where it is written by Kalaignar as well. There is one translation by Kalaignar also, which is also very good.
No. Lot of people have written this work. We call as Thiruvalluvar or Thiruvalluvar.
Explanation or interpretation.
Lot of people have written. In Tamil, lot of people have written. English also, lot of people have written. But I found two things. One by Santana Bharati and G. Pope. This is very good, actually.
Very good. Okay.
So I think, this book is less known to the Western world. I don't know. I have not seen people quoting Thirukural because a lot of other
people have quoted Bhagavad Gita and everything. People have quoted Bhagavad Gita, but not Thirukural actually.
Thirukural, they're not aware. Most of them are not aware about Thirukural, but at least whatever we spoke just now, though it is for a little time, if reaches some people, then it is good.
Interesting. So we've only saw 10 so far. But we have, like you said, we have thousands, right? And I mean,
1,332.
I mean, it's amazing to see what all different knowledge, different wisdom, different advice he has given in all those, Yeah, I mean, I'm still shocked that Thiruvalluvar could not have been the person who wrote this. That is amazing to me. Or
that is one person. Yeah, one person. And the diagram also, the photos of Thirukural, what you have seen was actually created by the Tamil Nadu government, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they just want an image for Thiruvalluvar, and that is how it came. That's not his original photo.
So there is no actual drawing of him. That's what it is.
No.
It's basically another interpretation of how he could have looked.
Yeah, he could have been. Yes.
Interesting. So you're telling me that huge statue of the we have in Kanyakumari is not just interpretation.
Yes. It's Thiruvalluvar like.
I like, man, that's amazing. So Thirukural is one of the most important one. So within Tamil literature, what are the other famous literary works within Tamil literature?
See, they call the Sangam period, right? After the Sangam period, a lot of compilation of Tamil poems and literatures were done. So that is how the Ettuttogai, Pattupaattu, all this come. Ettuttogai consists of 8 different texts, and Pattupaattu is also a compilation of different set of poems. The Ettuttogai, Pattupaattu, then Silappadigaram is there, and so these are all famous. But one must see Silappadigaram is actually what would say, it's a story, right?
Kannagi and
a story. But one book which is applicable, right? Applicable to the whole humanity, you would say, is Thirukural. Like one famous saying by a poet, right? Yadum Mure Yavarum Kelan. Right. So this is similar to that, right? They thought about the whole of human race, and then they created some beautiful literature, and Thirukural is one of them.
Interesting. So like this one was great, but like this, the next time maybe we can do a compilation of Bharadiyar poems, right? I mean, even
Yeah.
though I heard Bharadiyar poems in like Tamil songs and everything, I never really understood the meaning. So maybe next time we can take like 5 Bharadiyar poems, and then maybe we can like analyze them and then see like.
Yeah, sure. We can do that. And there are also really very great and inspiring poems, right? Was just by reading that once you get a lot of energy, right? Bharadiyar poems are also of that sort. Maybe we can pick, as you said, not much, 5 or 6 poems.
5, I think like 5 should be enough. We can do 5
Yes.
and then we can analyze them.
Definitely we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, thank you for this. So let me stop the recording. Hello, thank you for watching my video. Please hit like and subscribe and keep watching. Thank you very much.